It's time for Power Hour.
Hello, traders. Welcome to the earliest stream, power hour for stock market, and you know, the index fund's not really that big a deal. You know, we could also look at the quad screen. S&P top left, top right, Dow Jones Industrial Average, and then Nasdaq bottom left, and then the Russell 2000s bottom right. These are all futures, but as you can see, not having a great day. Where near the, you know, you're pretty much at the lows of the day for a couple of the index funds, like Dow Jones and Russell 2000. But it's the individual stocks that are not looking good. That's the whole reason for the thumbnail and the stream title. Okay, because you know, you can't really tell, man. Hey, Amazon hit the second target of the trade setup today, officially, finally, thank God. But just under the hood, man, it's not about these big ones that are keeping the index funds propped up. It's the ones that don't have really any bearing on the index funds. And you can look at one like Stitch Fix. We were talking about this maybe even just yesterday. Looked like garbage. The lower high was the new piece of data. Hidden bullish divergence underperformed. And now you're about to make the lowest daily candle close since May 23rd. And you're probably headed back down to 276 here. Very ugly, right? This is... Anytime selling ceases in a downtrend, it is then an argument that the buyers are making to reverse the trend. And you have a limited amount of time. Even if it lasts a while, you have time. And so all this data here, to me, is indicating that the buyers tried and they failed miserably. And now the redistribution continues. It was confirmed. And this is more confirmation here, and you're rolling over, and you just, yeah, you're sitting in the bearish control zone. Lower prices on Stitch Fix. A joke, right? So bad. About 3M collapsing. Look at this. I mean, you just can't even make up how beautiful it was. Where, okay, we're trying to recover here. Never hit the 1.618, nor did we ever see the key inflection point from history, going back to 2012. Yeah, 2012. You just got to love the 200-day moving average because it was rejected not once but now twice. And look at this huge red candle going for the gap fill around 98.96, sitting $100.70. Lower to go. I think we'll see the 1.618 with this data presenting itself. One does not simply put in lower highs like this. Such aggressive selling too. You're about to go negative on momentum, and your RSI is at 41. There's so much downside potential. You just cannot be surprised if we eventually see less than $90 on 3M. What a good run it was for airlines and entertainment and leisure, for that matter. But today, getting destroyed. American Airlines, it was so awesome. I mean, the fact that we were able to identify classic accumulation and spring back test that ushered in this big rally, but then the buyers pushed the price to the next key inflection point at $19, and that was it. That was it. Pumped and eventually dumped, and now working on your lowest daily candle close since late April, below the 200-day moving average. No confidence. That was pretty pathetic. Doesn't look like you'll be getting out of this anytime soon. That's pretty bad. Okay, awful. The banks, as they had a nice little recovery yesterday, all gone. Destroyed. Rudy Poo, bear market stuff, massive bearish engulfing candle on US Bank Corp, and you're going for your lowest daily candle close since July. And everything, and it's really anything below $38 is really bad. And just the rejection of the 200-day moving average, right? Because the trend is your friend. The trend is extremely bearish. Nothing's changed here. Federal Reserve intervention, and that's over. All right, so I think you have a very real target of 28.50 again. That's nasty. That's a nasty engulfing candle. Let me get the chat set up. I know there's not going to be much, but do want to have it on my screen. So yeah, good to see y'all. Unfortunately, not under the best circumstances. Far-fetched that made all-time lows a few days ago, yesterday, and now today, continuing to collapse, down 4.5%. Good God. Very bad. Netflix also taking it on the chin. Look at this. This isn't really what you're looking for. You had your highest high, and then you have two highs that are lower than the highest high. And now lots of weakness coming in back below 420. Anything below 420, waiting on 386 to 360. So that's not what you're looking for at all. Hidden bearish divergence, very real too. Look at this. My God, man. An audio check. Yeah, the MGM hack, that was real. Is it still ongoing though? Because I know yesterday it was happening. All right, so support breaking today on Netflix. Not a joke, it's right there. You're below it, and you can see the momentum shifting pattern, possibly. Someone was like head and shoulders, and then this occurred, and it's like, well, it never really got above the left shoulder, so it could still be that, the Momo shift, right? The sellers are possibly assuming control of the asset in the short term with the two lower highs in the previous high. And the break of support, and the hidden bearish divergence, and about to fall in the bearish control zone. First level of negative momentum after the hidden bearish divergence. Ugh. So you could see some fall through, and at least you got a target. FSLR, which has been covered. Very beautiful stuff. I mean, this is gorgeous. It's currently at session lows too. Wow. I'll show you here. Oh, wasn't that it? Yeah, there was nothing looking left, I don't think. And just thinking that, wait, was there? Hold on. There was. Yeah, okay. So this key inflection point from 2011, even 2008, you broke that. And I think 160, 160, but below 160, 160 is just death. Lots of downside potential, right? So, and look at the 200-day moving average being rejected for the first time. Yeah, a lot of downside, man. I mean, this is a massive momentum shifting pattern right here. It's beautiful, right? It was not just like an ascending, broadening wedge that broke down. You know, the measured move of this pattern would take you down to 120. No one would believe it now, but you just give it some time. I think you would. 36 on the RSI, negative Momo building. Yeah, plenty of downside, tons of downside potential on this. Yeah, and just going back to some of these, this is real estate, Boston properties, you know, after it had seen its lowest levels in 13 years or something crazy, or more, maybe 15 years. Yeah, you go all the way back. I think it was 2010, 2009. Okay, this is just a bear market rally concluding, possibly substantially lower high than the previous highs. This was their argument, right? The buyers had an argument for a reversal, and it failed. And now you can see distribution at the top, like one high, then the second high. Yeah, not really what you're looking for. If you want a reversal, you don't have it. NOV, not really that crazy. I mean, it's down 4% today, but it's still above the key inflection point. So just scrolling through these losers today. Look at Charles Schwab, yikes. Anything below 60.25. I mean, you just fell back below level that just, it's not a joke. Like, you know, you see the level and it's real, right? It's so real that you couldn't argue with it. The buyers just tried a couple times to break that level and they failed. So the reasonable target would be $51.50, $51.50. Because that's the price. Look at the price action between these levels. It's straight up and down. So that right there deserves an arrow, doesn't it? A failure. So that means, like, it's easy to manage your risk, right? If you were wanting, I mean, I know it's down 3% today. Maybe you get a little bounce tomorrow, but the closer you are to $60, the closer you are to an area to manage your risk, right? Because you'd have a stop loss somewhere marginally above that level, because that's your whole argument. Your whole argument for going short on Schwab would be like, hey man, the buyers tried to break a key inflection point and they failed twice, and you're engulfing bearishly, and you're not oversold, plenty of downside, very weak. And you understand that you are in a long-term downtrend. There's no doubt about it. Trend's your friend. So bearish indicators and bearish trends, bearish back tests, normally really good. They can perform very well. They can be reliable. Yeah, Apple, not good today, man. Not really. I mean, I wouldn't worry about the VIX, man. That's not the way it works anymore. I mean, they figured out a way to completely sedate that thing. Like you trying to use the VIX to try to do anything with anything doesn't. You're not gonna do any. You're not gonna draw any conclusion that's gonna help you on these markets. Trying to look at the VIX every day. 0 date to expiration options completely neutralize the VIX. They figured it out because the VIX, the volatility. That's what triggered all the bots in 2008. It's over. You don't have to worry about that anymore. Just worry about the levels. Worry about assets that are in well-established downtrends already. Backtesting key levels as resistance a couple times. That's what you're looking for. Forget the VIX. I'm sure the VIX will spike, man, at some point, but you won't be able to draw a conclusion when it's going to happen. It doesn't matter, dude. Just like, no, I used to think that it might have been something. It's not. It's a joke now. So, you know, we continue down the okay, we'll see. CCL, you know, Carnival Corporation. Second target of the trade setup was 1838. Maybe it was, yeah, I think it was 1838. This was it. This was the conclusion of the trade setup, right? And this is why you got to stick to your plan, right? Let's see here. Yeah, dude, you can't even make this up. It broke through it for a few days. Wow, that's how it works, man. 1819. Okay. Right, look at this, dude. You got the pattern. You got everything you're asking for. You got the breakout. You got everything. You got your two targets. 1477, 1819. And it's gone. Right, so concluded trade. And where the trade concluded, it seems like everyone else in the world did that too. So at this point, you shouldn't care. I don't really care if $15 holds. I don't care. Like, there's crap load of downside if it doesn't hold. But I'm sure at some point it would eventually maybe make a higher low than the previous lows, unlike American Airlines by the looks of it. But yeah, cruise line's holding up better than airlines right now. Speaking of airlines, here's Delta. You know, just, you know, has the spectacular rally and then a back test to 4270 as resistance, and it's rolling over. Still above the 200, but okay. I mean, just anytime you're below 4270, there could be a lot of downside. So, like, traders market, man. Like, just because it's the daily and these things are lasting like 5-6 months, still traders market. You know, something really disappointing, Caesar Entertainment, because man, I really had high hopes for this. I'm starting to feel weird about this because you were breaking back out, but then literally zero follow through on the breakout. You have to pay attention. Just because an asset breaks out, you cannot start popping champagne bottles and throwing confetti. You have to wait for follow through, and there was no follow through on the breakout. So that's just a lower high than the previous high, and you know you're working on your lowest candle for the month of September, and it looks like you're headed to $50, and you do not want to see this price break $50 because there's a ton of downside. Talking about like $40 target below that, so it's not dead yet. It's just kind of, that's not really what you were looking for. You better start pivoting soon. Look at the international paper. Oh man, this is so bad. This is the worst, man. This is like, okay, a bear market and bear market reconfirmed. Like, holy crap, you can't even make this up. I mean, there's just this inflection point. How far does it go back? My God, is it one of the first? I think that's it. Yeah, it does okay. So anything below $35 equals $30 based on historical price action. Look at this. I mean, look at the back test of $30 before breaking out. God. So a lower high confirmed. Look, you can see kind of two highs that are lower than this high, you know, it's in a long-term downtrend. Look at the 200-day moving average. That's another thing, right? I mean, and how about a bearish abandoned baby? What's a bearish abandoned doji star baby? That's what it is. You can't. I mean, that is impeccable. Look where the bearish abandoned baby was manufactured, at that key resistance. And it's still valid. This little joke of an engulfing candle didn't turn into anything. Look at the 200. Look how it's a lower high than previous high. I mean, that is, you're asking for $30 now. I mean, it seems like high probability of $30 on IP with this price action here. I mean, it's cool to see, like, right, a spring back test occur, engulfing candle at the key inflection. That's the price action you're looking for. Okay, but the new data is here, and the new data is like just another lower high, loser. Lower price is probably coming. Wow. And there's stuff like Eastman Chemical, and look at that. Look at that evening star reversal below the 200-day moving average. Yeah, you're getting real close, right? You break $77, you're most likely going to $63. You gotta love this, man. It's freaking brilliant. One time, then the second time, the confirmation that what was once an old all-time high from 2014 is resistance again. Send it to $63. Now, you need no more information. Wow. Mainstream media staying away from the alien story. Dude, I mean, like, whatever. We don't need evidence. Like physical evidence of a mummified alien core. We don't need that. All you need to know is the sheer size of the universe and the fact that we're alive and we're able to even think about that. Proves to me it's a mathematical certainty there are extraterrestrials out there. There are aliens out there, yes. And they're smarter than us. And they can wield, I think they can wield, some of them can wield the power of an effing sun. Who knows? Small chance, but maybe there's a civilization out there that can wield the power of a freaking quasar or a black hole. Okay? So, yeah, I mean, who cares? Like, great. You're trying to prove something to me that I already knew was true. I don't need a government entity to tell me. But yeah, all right, cool. Because it could be fake. It could be a psyop. I mean, governments are pretty good at lying about everything to hurt you. So I have no trust in governments. I don't really care what they say. They're full of crap. And they don't help anyone. They're garbage. Let's look at MGM maybe, all right? You know, like that's a MGM. Yeah, dude, this is bad, man. Like this is like wow. You talk about like tip top, double top. This is about it, man. Not really that bad on the MGM news, but this is terrible because you're falling today. Nah, yesterday you broke the 200-day moving average. You're catching fall through today, and you're working on the lowest daily close since June, early June. Yeah, what a run it was. This is the attempted rally, though. Is there a demand line? I'm sure there's a demand line. Well, you're not, depending on how you anchor it, you know. You're not at that demand line yet, but sure. It's ugly. Bearish convergence here. Yeah, this is definitely not the area to be going long. I'll just tell you that. But yeah, this was like supposed to be news driven. All right, who cares? Like all the leisure entertainment stocks are getting wrecked today. So you think it's fake? I don't care. Like again, yeah, probably fake because it's a joke. Because our governments are jokes. Like they don't represent us anymore. They use our money. They steal our tax dollars to destroy our own rights. And they have gotten extremely emboldened because, yeah, again, man, you can have different political beliefs, but the government has completely taken over legacy news organizations. So we have propaganda arms. It's bad, man. So I guess if y'all want to look at Bitcoin, we can. And great news on Bitcoin because yesterday was that rejection candle, the engulfing, and today we're catching a little follow through. I mean, it's really not a big deal. Not really that big of a deal just because it's the same effing price it was at August 20th, all these different days. I don't want to stop looking at these stocks, man. That's why we're live, dude, just to look at the stocks. I don't give a crap. Hey, dude, Bitcoin, there it is. Is this what you wanted to see? An asset that doesn't move anymore unless it's to scam people. Okay, cool. Buyers defending the buyers, the bots. I don't know, defending the level. Great. It's still low risk because if these buyers defend this level long enough, then eventually the sellers would relent. You'd see 28.8 again. I just like win. It was August 17th when we actually had price action. Then we had some bullcrap fake out based on news or whatever. And here we are. No movement. I guess we can look at Ethereum too, whatever. I just, like nothing changes. Like maybe Bitcoin, like the buyers defended a level, you got a rejection candle, but Ethereum's still garbage, like right now, based on price action and where you are on the chart. You're in between 1420 and 1728. And the most recent event was a bearish back test of 1728 after already putting in lower highs than the highest high, and then lower lows now than the previous low. So to me, I don't know how you could look at Ethereum and be excited. Get above 1728, then we'll talk. Okay, I guess we could continue on. Your index funds, right? Good stock slide, man, because, well, in case you don't know, Bitcoin doesn't do much anymore. Ever. And crypto is a joke market. Virtually a scam market. Okay, so how about HubSpot? So there's this level. It's been an inflection point before in February 2021, July 2021, and then it had been back tested as resistance in February 2022. So that's what's happening right now. What a run. What a crazy run. You dumped on earnings and then the gap filled, right? That's all that happened. The buyers pushed the price to fill the gap. Nice. And maybe it's over now because 545 is that key level. So you can manage your risk with a stop loss above 561 and then let it ride to the downside. You have hidden bearish divergence at this point too, the lower high. Very nice there. RSI is neutral, so there's plenty of downside. I mean, this has been a non-stop run, and now you've put in your first lower high at a key inflection point with hidden bearish divergence. It's like you finally have an edge for more downside. It is implied more downside here, so I hope you understand that. You get that, right? Reasonable area to take a short. Yesterday was too. Today it started paying off immediately. You did. Oh my God, dude. Yeah, Energizer right here. I'm starting to not like it anymore. This price action's okay. All this data. This is new data. These are all like highs that are lower than this high from January, and now we're getting back above the key level, and now it's a lower high than the previous high again somehow, and now you're rolling over like 3 days in a row, just nonstop, back below 200, heading back down to 3250. I think if you see 3250 again, it's not going to go well. New data. You have to.
Started taking apart some of my Etherigs yesterday, RIP. Can you pull up Baba?
What's up, Todd? Thanks for the contribution. Yeah, dude. Look at Baba. Why not? As you know, I think it's just the communist Chinese. They're not gonna let it. Jack Ma did something so bad. Communist Chinese government, they will not let Baba go up. I'm sure the Communist Chinese Party had something to do with letting some guy sign on as an officer for Baba, and then a week or a month later, he resigns. That's like no one wants to hear that or see that, that news. That's bad for stock always. So yeah, I think they did that. But we'll never know because it's mafioso. Any Chinese stock you talk about, it's mafia. You know, but you don't know. In every regard of all the business decisions of a Chinese company, the companies, they are just vassals of the state. You have to look at it like that. And that's why their economy is collapsing right now. So, yeah, Energizer, not liking it anymore. This new price action is pretty damning. Bearish convergence, not oversold. See what 3250. And you can see kind of like the X, A, B, and then possibly C situation. C to D wave. Yeah. All right, let's just go to Bobble. Whatever, let's get it over with. Yeah, so all of a sudden, kind of hate it now. Because new data. That right there is a piece of data. I mean, you're still above support, but you're a fruit fly now. Okay? Because you now, a form of distribution has occurred on the chart. September 5th was a peak, a lower high than the previous high, and that high is lower than this high. So, I mean, you shouldn't be getting this much time to go long at supports. So real, though, of a level based on the Chinese economy. I can't really sign off on it. You can still manage your risk here, but at this point, losing all my confidence to think this level will actually hold and this pattern will actually play out. It's real bad. It's getting real bad over there. So if you want to stay in it, you can, as long as one has a stop loss set up, maybe below $85, $85.50, whatever. You're safe, you know. But Chinese stock, man. Got to know what you're getting yourself into with that. Okay, that's like it, man. I wish I could tell you more, you know. So Todd, why did you start taking apart some of your Ethereum rigs yesterday? Is that because you can't mine it anymore, or what? Is there something you use Ethereum rigs for besides mining, staking? I don't know. So we continue on. Look at Las Vegas Sands. Can't tell me it wasn't the most beautiful looking thing ever. My God. In the end, a lot of chop here, man. This is all the uncertainty. I just don't know. 59.17 though. Such a real level. Where does that level go back to? I mean, 2006, 2008, 2012. Yeah, man. Wow. Beautiful, beautiful structure here. And like, what's so cool about it is it's a head and shoulders at an 88% retrace at the pattern completion zone of a textbook bear shark. It's hard to get better than that, isn't it? So yeah, you'd think this one's feeling the full effect of the whole MGM hacking, and in 9 minutes, Las Vegas Sands will have its lowest close since December 30th, meaning the lowest daily candle close of the year 2023. Moments away from that. If you want to measure move, I guess we could do that. Man, what a structure though. It's gorgeous. All right, from the height of the structure to the neckline, from the break. All right, 100% measure move would take you down to 42.60. So we're about halfway there, halfway to that measure move.
Hope the NFLX shorts ride. Much of love and appropriation, Mitch. Thanks for years of life-changing lessons.
Appropriation? Iran, what is this? Look, I'm wearing dreadlocks, dude. Thank you so much. Guy, that AI is crazy. Isn't it? Works so well. Thanks, dude. Looking at Intel, down, a little bit today. This one's just been doing great, man. That higher low. trade setup completed, and it's just continuing on. I don't know how much longer, but some stocks are okay, man. Some are. Then others, not so much, man. Look, dude, SJM, which is JM Smucker Company, collapsing, breaking some key ice line right now as I'm speaking to you. It's at session lows. Breaking, man. And you're working on, in 7 minutes, SJM going to be having its lowest daily candle close since June 30th of last year. So we're talking 52-week lows and free fall on someone, call whatever, Tom Petty. All right. But it's cool. Like, this is how these things change, man. You just, educational, right? Where you hit a key resistance, right? An old one from 2016, an up thrust through it. Okay, that gets everyone to maybe capitulate on their shorts. It's just gonna keep, and then it dumps, right? An up thrust occurred, and then you get confirmation. Like a rally occurs, a higher low, a rally occurs, and then two highs that are, of course, rejecting that old all-time high, but they're both lower than the highest high, and then another drawdown. Testing support, the same one, no longer making higher lows. What's going on here? And then another rally, and then such little demand that the buyers are unable to test that 156, 157, 2016 high again, and then another drawdown, and then another rally right there locally, confirmed distribution, lower highs than the previous highs and the previous highs, and then the trend reversed. Okay, the trend reversed August 15th. Once it made its first formal lower low after all the lower highs, and then another lower high, of course, back above the inflection point, and then the drawdown again back below with the bearish engulfing candle with follow through. And look at you now. The ground's the limit, right? As they say, the sky's the limit. Minimum 122 at this point by the looks of it. Big yikes, man. But that is just the tale of a trend reversal. Very educational. It's hard to feel sorry for casinos getting ripped off, Michael says. But yeah, man, the problem is there was a data breach, and so you have every guest that's staying there, their information is out there, right? Apparently. Well, that's from what I had heard, from news sources. So it's like, yeah, stick it to the man. It's like, the casinos are going to be just fine. The people that might not be fine are the ones that are just visiting because they have limited capital. Yeah. How about Disney? Only down 0.35%. If you think the carnage is over for this one, you're sadly mistaken. All that happened was a gap fill yesterday, right? Open gap from August 31st filled, and then today just sitting sideways and waiting for 78.65, which is the swing low from 2014 and the nadir of the COVID crash. And then below that is death, TE. That's like $40 pizza party on BNB below 78.65. So just kind of hanging in there. There's nothing about the oscillators that really stick out as great. It's bad, man. Remember, you just made your lowest low of the entire downtrend, man. The lowest low. Anytime you say that, you're not in an uptrend. There's no trend reversal even ongoing. I just showed you a trend reversal on SJM. It took months to reverse the trend. So many events had to occur with, peaks and valleys. And this just made its lowest valley. And now, it filled a gap, and before the lowest low, it made its lowest high. So Disney, garbage, and based on what they're doing at their company, spitting in the face of normal Americans, normal centric Americans, slapping in the face with all they're doing with their agenda and their activism, that it's virtually like destroy the family, screw the nuclear family, the wife and the husband and those two raising the children appropriately. They're going the other route. They're telling those people that that's not how it is anymore. And so guess what? I don't think 78.65 will hold based on that alone. It deserves to be a $44 stock. This is garbage. This is trash. I can't believe anyone in here would even own Disney based on what they're doing, okay? But hey, man, let's talk about one stock that could be on the cusp of something amazing. But you just don't. Like, man, again, it's like, oh, it's doom and gloom everywhere. Outside of just the individual stocks, like, you know, on crypto Twitter, you go there, you look at your feed long enough, and you'll be like, oh yeah, we're crashing tomorrow every day, right? Because doom and gloom. But if you're looking at AMD in a well-established uptrend, drawing down, not bad, and creating a predictable, discernible pattern, and back at that supply line on breakout watch, you got to wonder, man, if this is something that someone could strategize an entry on and let it ride, and a target of 120, 122 could be in store for you. So you're not in a downtrend, you're in an uptrend. This is a bullish consolidation pattern in an uptrend. So much demand that the sellers were unable to even get the prices to 97.90 at this point, which is a level from history that's very real, going back to 2020. Yeah, I'm optimistic on AMD here. It's beautiful. Space. Didn't we talk about space the other day? Are you serious? You're down 50% on space on Virgin Galactic? Dude, that's like on you, man. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing going long on an asset that has a trend like this? That's insane. It doesn't matter. Like, you could get some short-term gains on like, hey, a spring back test, and look at this rally. Like how short-lived it was. It lasted like 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks. And then it was just a lower high than previous high and rolled over again. Going down to the 1414 fib extension. I mean, pretty much hitting it today. All-time lows again. Down almost 7%. RSI at its lowest level since November of 2019. Yeah, dude. This is a loser. Yeah, it's just, you're not looking for assets like this. You're looking for stuff like, hey, AMD was a great example. And if anything, if you were long on this, if you were taking a shot out of support, you would have been stopped out almost immediately. Like $3 would have been max losses. And then if you lost at $3, okay, you lost on something, but now it's at $1.92. So it's just, I don't understand. Oh, we can look at Tesla, whatever. Tesla's fine, holding up pretty well. In an uptrend. $299 is the big one, right? You're in between $209 and $300, and those are the big levels. So I think that'd be like a test you'd be going for. I think there's a gap fill. There's definitely a gap fill at like 290, 292. I think that's probably what's going on. You'd go for that gap fill. And you could confirm distribution again. You could confirm a top. If you like rally to 299 and you fail, it will be two lower highs than the highs before it from September and August of last year. So you just can't, again, you are in a longer term downtrend, and until you start with follow through breaking back above 312, you're still in that long term downtrend. Though, yeah, the trend has been good for the year 2023. Still win higher highs from the previous major discernible highs, and that's here. So, and Doge is a joke, man. I mean, like Doge, I don't really care what it does. Like price action, distribution. So you take out that third lower high. Just buckle up, man. The only reason these crypto joke scams have not collapsed yet is you can thank God. You can thank Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the god of this market, of the crypto market. So that's the only reason these crypto scams are holding up. They're the buyers are defending the level. Yeah, it's like CZ and Matt Damon. Yeah, okay, dude. Let's show you the diabetes
Thoughts
chart.
on CVNA for a short?
What's up, Anonymous? Thanks, dude. Good contribution. Appreciate it, dude. Well, I was going to go to some diabetes stocks, but we can go to Carvana. Ooh, it's okay, maybe. Let's see. So you got this peak from August of last year. If you were going to do it, I think as long as one had a stop loss set up above $54, you let it ride. See, I don't even think that's really a major level. $40. I think the big one's $30, $29.50. It would be bearish convergence here. Yeah, if you were going to do it, I mean, maybe even above $57. Shoot, dude. So it's not like, could be better probably. But you can clearly see like why this would be the zone. And you're pretty freaking close to that zone. And you just got to wonder, I mean, like, we're going to get new data, of course. It can continue to rally here, but think about maybe it like one high. So this was the highest high, testing that level. And then you got a lower high than that high. And now you have another high that matches that high, but both of these are lower than this high. So that could be like confirmation distribution. Your oscillators look set up for lower prices. I just worry about some scam rally back up to test $54 again, and it'd still be bearish, but man, you'd be like pretty underwater pretty fast if it did that. And then what if it goes to $57 again? You know, like, makes it kind of tougher because your stop loss has to be so loose. What if you want like that? I mean, where would your 3-to-1 be? Yeah, you'd have to, shoot, dude. 3-to-1, you like this, you'd have to $24. That'd be your profit taking level. But yeah, if you were gonna be like, all right, I'm playing the fact that it's over already, and you're not gonna go above $54 again. So you're saying forget 57. You could get away with a lot. It's a lot more reasonable of a profit taking level at like $33, like that, if you wanted to. So it could be better. But yeah, that it'd be something like that. Sure. Yeah, anything below, I mean, that's the level. That's the big one. It's been almost a straight line up and a sell off. So you made a low. You made a lower high, now you made a lower low. And if you make the same high, you're still working on a trend reversal up here. So not bad. See, you could say coupled handle all you want. I don't really give a crap. Coupled handles are jokes. Like, those are such loser patterns. Like, oh my God, it's a coupled handle. What are you doing? That means you're buying high. You're buying at resistance, really. Why would you do that? Why buy a coupled handle ever? You know what a coupled handle is? Coupled handle is almost like you're buying the pattern completion zone of a bullish alt bat. Like, you're buying at the level where people are selling, taking profit, and exiting. That's what you're doing when you're buying a coupled handle, man. So I don't really care. Like, here I teach. And where, you know, what I've learned, buying low, coupled handle, buying high, joke, buying breakouts. I don't like those. I don't like playing the breakout trade, because more breakouts fail than succeed. It's stupid. No, man, buying the assets that are at key inflection points from history, that are near them, and then double bottoms happen and a confirmation of accumulation, the lowest low, then two lows that are higher than that low, and it's all happening at this magical area from history that you can't argue with. That's it, man. Up here, stupid. Like, literally the dumbest thing you could ever do. Let's just go long right now in Carvana. If it goes up, congratulations, but you keep going long at resistance after all these failures to break resistance remember, a stock that never makes money, ever. Wow, so just spent multiple minutes responding to the most recent chat message in the on the stream and nothing else. Well, you know, it's fine. I just need to find something to do because, you know, streaming's just kind of not it anymore. Jesus. It's like, hey man, like when started going live 5.5 years ago to have people to talk to about this stuff, and it's like no one's talking. It's like, all right, well, it's over. So you want to know how Coca-Cola's probably done? Look at this. So you've already put it, the Gartley of Gartleys, the drawdown, the rally, and guess what? The subtle, very subtle lower high, and even the pattern completion zone from August of 2022. And then the confirmation, right? These are all lower highs than the highest high. And now you're making a lower low than the previous lows after the lower highs and the previous highs. The trend's reversing. You're below the 200-day moving average. Coca-Cola party could be over. Look, you're below the old all-time high from February 2020. Yeah. Yeah, dude. All right. Market's closed. So there is an argument for a trend reversal on Coca-Cola, and it's already there. It's like you are already in a downtrend by the looks of it. But yeah, some bullish divergence on the RSI is developing. Okay. Gotta wonder here on Pepsi-Cola. Not near as bad, but it has put in a lower high. Its first real lower high. A lower high in July, late July. That's the first lower high you put in maybe since March of 2021. So below the 200-day moving average, I mean, you know, whatever, it's probably over. A lower high and a lower low. You put in one more lower high, which it could have already done that. Like this could be a lower high at the 200, right? Which is like some sort of evening star reversal. Yeah, had a good day today, up 0.81%. But remember, if wherever this rally, if it's gonna rally, if it makes a lower high than 192, it is the trend has reversed and it's confirmed with the metrics we use for a trend reversal, which is consecutive lower highs, lower lows. So, yep. What a run it's been for these diabetes, sugar, death stocks, okay? Yeah, like this one. Oh my God, look how close Krispy Kreme is to death. You're just sitting at the support here. Sitting at it, man. Man, that 1560 level so many times. I mean, how are you going to, February 2022 all the way to July 2023, you're going to try and break that and you always fail. Always fail. Below the 200-day moving average. Man, have your alerts set up because below 1290 is a really precarious spot for this chart. Donut. Wow, man. Just... It's good though because these things have been running for far too long. Not that one, not Krispy Kreme, but look at Tootsie Roll. It's in shambles now after this godlike bullish Gartley. Probably one of the most legendary identifications of a Gartley in this stream's history, right? But now, you know, again, the upsloping flag, and then the break of it, and you've just been crashing in your lowest prices since May of last year. So 52-week lows, of course, and back to earth, you know, back to this key level, $28, $30. Whoa, triple bullish divergence, maybe. Yeah, I mean, eventually a rally will occur off of this. But look here, just more education. Just like, look at the beautiful formal back test, like once and twice. That's what you're looking for. You break a support, then you rally, and you back test it twice before rolling over again. Yep. Look at this. Old Nestle. This is... Forget this, man. I did all my work in my laptop in the other room. Let me show you what I did post on Nestle. Because this is the real work. Because, you know, time goes by and then you know, okay, the inverse head shoulders, it's garbage, it's not playing out. And then right here. This was posted, it's like maybe half a week ago, like 4 or 5 days ago. Look at this. Okay, so this is, you're looking at an asset that had a key inflection point from 2020. Okay, that right there. So you broke through it, then you fell back below it, and then you up thrusted, and then you back tested the up thrust as resistance below the 200-day moving average. And that right there. So that's where we're going with this. It's very, very nasty here. Okay, very, very bad. I mean, that's like the closer you are to 120, 122, the closer you are to a great trade setup with a low risk. You have the stop loss just above 122 and you let this thing collapse. Yeah. Oops. An adequate target be 104.81. Yeah, all these sugar stocks. And you think about it, because if you look at the sugar chart, you know why. If the sugar commodity, if sugar is on this crazy run, and it can't break the previous highs from May, but it's still elevated and could any day, yeah, it's gonna really hurt these stocks. Let's go. The food commodities had good days today. Nevertheless, it's like, whatever, dude. So bearish, man. This is what, yeah. So if you identified bullish divergence on corn futures, but we know the trend is so bearish, dude. It's so bad. If this is the performance you're getting, you just get ready for $441. Get ready for much lower prices, because that is unacceptable. Whoops. What the? Sorry, had that up. Unacceptable performance from such powerful looking divergence on the oscillators. That right there should be turning into us going to 522. But if it's just doing this, I have no faith. The trend is far too bearish. Okay, far, far too bearish. Soybeans as well, right? Like, yeah, I was worried about this. Where, yeah, it looks so good, and it's great that the buyer's defending a level, but okay, show me what you got, because all you do is make lower highs, lower lows. This was your first higher low. That's not good enough for a trend reversal. You got to make a higher high. You didn't. You made a lower high. You're still well below the 200-day moving average. Now you're rolling over again. Very bad. So I think you might revisit 1300 again on soybeans. Very well established downtrend. Kind of reminds me of banks a little bit. Like Schwab. U.S. oil, it's up today. U.S. oil had its highest daily candle close again today since November of 2022. So almost 52-week highs. And, well, it's the highest highs of the rally. And $96, 103 loom. Those are like targets for the wedge. Let's check back on gold. I don't even think I looked at it. This is very bad. Like, this is, I mean, it's not over yet, but I don't have any more confidence in gold. Like, until a pivot occurs with a massive green candle, like a Japanese candlestick or something, like a bullish engulfing or something, I have no faith. This is, I mean, it's a failed dragon. A failed bullish dragon breakout. It didn't happen. So it's not a dragon. So, and it's below the 200-day moving average, and it's below 1920. So, and bearish convergence too. Yep, this all bad. I do not feel good about gold at this current time with this most recent data. That's not the way it should be going. But again, if some sort of rally occurs before it takes out its previous low, you might be okay. But this, every day that we draw down like this, I lose faith or hope in the asset. And very close to the bearish control zone too. Oh, God. Really, bro? You're going to ask about Patcoin? Look, man, I don't have enough engagement from y'all anyway. And y'all, the only thing I'm going to say is Patcoin. Really? We're looking at traditional assets, not scams. Knockstars TV, you know Patcoin's a scam, right? A literal scam. You're an effing cult member and you're delusional if you think it's not a scam. The only reason it was listed was to enrich the people that made the coin. And probably some influencers that promoted it. That's what Patcoin is. There's my analysis on Patcoin. Yeah, Zachary. Yeah, can you even believe it?
Blizzard?
I mean, I guess at this point, I mean, like, who cares about, you know, no one's requesting anything anyway, so no one's even saying anything in the chat. Activision's still floating on up. It was an incredible setup. I mean, you know, 3 Rising Valleys had a key support with a bullish hammer. It was Jesus levels. And it played out. And it doesn't move much anymore, does it? Same price it was at since the major markup with the Microsoft acquisition news going forward, which it's good because they need it, because the people at Activision now in charge of developing games are massive losers, garbage, have no real experience in game development, and you can tell by playing their games. So yeah. So if it like stays up here and doesn't collapse, you know, then maybe $98 would be your next target. We've already looked at AMD, so. Sorry, Bungee Jump. What is it, dude? Is this what it's come to? Why would I do that? I don't think you know my financial situation, how good it is, okay? So, better than yours, that's for sure. But go ahead and bring up my personal life more. Okay, dude. So B&B, still trying to hold 211. You're doing it, man. You can thank Bitcoin. That's literally it, man. Thank Bitcoin for that. But just, okay, if you're going to hold, then you got to break 220 and 225. And then after that, then you got to break 230. Then you got to break 245. And still, after doing all that, you're still in a downtrend. You understand how insurmountable the odds are of the trend reversing anytime soon on BNB. But yeah, one low, the second low, and maybe some divergence continuing locally. Okay. Yeah, it's all good, man. It's like not much, you know. I'll tell you, strange days. It's like that fairy tale movie ended, and the movie it's over. Like, you know, sailed off into the sunset. Movie ended, but the movie didn't end. That's where we are right now. Someone was asking about Dogecoin. It's like, dude, this is Dogecoin. Garbage. Like below 6.5 cents, no chance. Even if you're at 6.5 cents, it's a downtrend. You can't reverse your trend until 8 cents plus is taken out. Until the buyers recapture 8 cents plus. That means Dogecoin, just for a chance to be able to say that it's reversing its trend technically, one thing that you have to go up 35+%. So 40%. How is Dogecoin going to go up 40%, man? There you have it, man. I don't know. It's bad. And then, yeah, there's still some S coins that are down today. Okay, well, Bitcoin looks fine above 25,350, as it always was okay above that. It was just a couple of days ago you broke below it, and it's kind of like, that's not good, but then immediately the next day rejected, so it's fine. Bitcoin is still literally fine right now. It's just no price action. And anytime you're above 25,350 long enough, I think you just have a hard target of 28.8. Remember, false bearish breakdowns happen all the time. In fact, it happened June 14th. Look, the same effing price action happened And then the next thing that like just straight up to 31K. So you just failed to break down again the same level. So don't be surprised. You get the same price action. Let's just see what happens. All right, so I'll just let y'all out of here. I wanted to go live early just to go over the stock market and what's happening there. If you don't care about stocks, I don't really give a crap. So I'll just be back. Till next time, respect the TA.
Still there, living all the things, desperate to forget in my new life. Ooh, and all I wanna do is get some peace and free my mind. These things are so deep inside me. All these things keep on haunting me, taunting me. I wish I could move on. I hope I can be strong. I wanna be free of this pain. I want to forget.